Hello, my name is Dave Smith. I'm a volunteer here at Watered Gardens, and I assisted in putting together the software that you're going to see demonstrated briefly for you today. The goal of what we're doing is to kind of show you what the workflow for most of our partners is so you kind of understand how the computer system tracks things and what your role in the process may be. On a typical day, a partner will come in, want to work for some items, and they'll check in first at the front office where they'll enter their name and, based on the partner's desires, assign them an area to shop in. We're going to do clothing in this case, but the partner will then go in, shop for some items. The volunteer or staff member will total up their time and enter that into the computer. The partner will then go to the workshop and we'll know through the computer how long they need to work. The workshop people assign them a job for the amount of time that's needed and record the time in the computer. At this point, the partner would then return to pick up their items that they've now earned, and this would be recorded in the computer. Let's go ahead and see how this would actually work. Here's the office. And so let's take our first person and let's assume we have Aaron Hebert show up. And Aaron is interested in shopping for some clothes. So the office people will put him in for clothing. Aaron will then go and shop in the clothing area. And so at this point, Aaron's name appears. Aaron finds some clothes and there's a brief description put in. And the volunteer staff member will note how long it will take Aaron to work for that. So Aaron at this point will then head into the workshop, and in the workshop, Aaron will get assigned a job because we see he needs 15 minutes. So they might say he's going to do some cleaning. The time he starts will automatically go. And then let's say Aaron has clocked out, and since he obviously didn't work the full 15 minutes, we won't have you sit through that. I'll make a correction, but Aaron now has his time earned. Aaron is now done, and so he would return to clothing to pick up his items. And so if we go back to the activity area, you can see he needed 15 minutes. He now has 15 minutes and 8 seconds. So he would pick it up, and the volunteer staff member could just record that Aaron picked up his items. So we show it as earned, Aaron's worked for his items, and he has what he's worked through. At that point, Aaron is done, and he might check in again later for the day, or he may not come back again for quite some time. But that's the flow of a typical partner through the system during a day. If you have any questions on this, please talk to your staff member in your area, and I'm sure they'll be able to answer them. Thank you, and thank you for volunteering.